spacey things, please welcome to the stage aerospace engineer Ryder Tam.
You gave it to me upside down. Jerk. I'm an aerospace engineer. How's everybody doing? Awesome. Cool. So I contract for the Department of Defense to work on U.S. Air Force satellites. So that means, awesome. So that means I'm not allowed to talk about what I do. So this is going to be fairly short. So I work in aerospace operations, and without getting too technical, what that means is that I spend most of my time making up bad pickup lines. You know, like, hey baby, are you a rocket? Because we can go all the way. Unless I blow up on the way up. It happens. I have a friend actually who uses pickup lines as an icebreaker. Like, no fear, you know, he'll go right up to someone, and he'll say, what's your name? Lisa. Lisa, are you seeing someone? So he'll go right up to someone. You look single. No offense. And he'll say, do you wash your pants in Windex? Because I can see myself in them. Bad, right? So I tried it. Now, bear in mind that I am a homeschooled engineer, okay? Some other homeschoolers out there? Awesome. Yeah, do your kids a favor. Don't do it. Oh, not like this. So this is a true story. I'm at a friend's graduation party, right? And I see a girl that I don't know. So I think, all right, icebreaker time. So I go up to her, and the first thing she does is she looks at me. Now, I can't stand that, right? It's like, I'm trying to talk to you. I don't need you looking at me. So she looks at me, and I blurt out, do you like Windex? Because I can wash your pants. It didn't work. All right, space. So there's a lot of tensions between the US, Chinese, and Russian space programs. And I always thought that would be awkward for the astronauts that have to work on the International Space Station. Because everyone's trying to spy on each other, right? So they have to pretend that they know less than they do so they don't give anything away. You know, like the Russian guy would be like, so, tell me, what kind of capabilities do the US surveillance satellites have? What do you think of the accent? Yeah? Awesome, thank you. I actually convinced the guy I was Russian once when I was doing that. He came up to me afterwards and was like, are you actually Russian? Do you speak Russian? And I said, vodka? I'm not Russian. I'm Chinese, actually. This is the part where if someone wasn't paying close attention, they freak out. Like, oh my god, he's Russian and Chinese, call the NSA! Or more topically, call the Space Force! Some people have heard of the Space Force, okay. Wasn't sure if that would hit or not. Alright, so, back to what I was doing. So tell me, what kind of capabilities? And the American guy, you know, was like, oh, wow, we got 6 gimbal thrusters mounted over on the... Oh. I don't know. They just flew it around up there, I think. What about yours? The Russian guy's like, oh, no, me neither, I don't know. I'm not really an astronaut. No, I work at McDonald's. And the American guy has to match him, right? So they're, oh, no, me neither. I'm not an astronaut, no. I'm a flat earther. Yeah, I guess no one here believes in the flat earth. That response. No, I'm a flat earther. I don't even believe I'm up here right now. And then nobody notices the Chinese guy over in the corner with a screwdriver. Oh, don't let me stop you from fighting. I'm just over here making noodles. Wow, look at that thing. Good. Don't laugh at that. That was racist, right? Boo! All right, flat earth. Okay, so... You're laughing too hard for that. So, I can't get behind the flat earth theory, okay? No offense to anyone who can. There's probably one person in the back. Gonna look at someone. I don't know. Let me give you the problem with the flat earth theory from an aerospace engineer. It's that would mean that I wasted a significant portion of my childhood trying to dig to China. Kids do that, you know? My parents got really mad at me one time when I was doing that. It's like, what, is that normal? I didn't think that was normal. I don't know. Well, because they're super strict, okay? I don't know. Does anyone else have parents that are, I don't know, does anyone else have parents? Yes? No? Okay, you guys are great, We got one. Oh man, the last time I did this routine, it was dead silent when I said that. Crowd didn't say a thing. And I was like, excuse me for trying to make a joke, right? It was the first time I ever got kicked out of an orphanage. Oh, what's he doing? So I'm like 9 years old, right? I'm digging to China, and my mom comes running out. She's like, Ryder, no, stop that. Why are you so dumb? I'm like, stop, okay? I'm like, Mom, like the strict Asian parent thing, right? It's like you're living a stereotype. I'm a kid, you know, I'm just playing. But no, she has to get all mad at me just because I dug into a pipe and flooded the basement. Right? And I was like, Mom, forget about the basement. Look, on the side of the pipe. It says made in China. I did it. All right. I am Chinese, though, if you couldn't tell. And you know what's actually hard about being Asian is Asians look really young. You know? Like, homeschooler. How you doing? What's your name? Carrie, cool. You look kind of unhappy to be talking to me. What do you do, Carrie? What do you do? What do you do? Oh, are you kidding? No way. Wow, you want to take this? Cool, all right, so Carrie here is smarter than me. Carrie, how old do you think I look? Not a trick question. 28, wow, okay. I usually, ouch. You just hurt my feelings. I usually get the reverse. I'm actually 26. All right, well, I'm gonna scrap that. You just ruined it. All right, Carrie, you may be an aerospace engineer, but I did, I'm sorry. Let me tell you why you're wrong. So I'm 26. I've been able to buy alcohol for 5 years, right? I still get ID'd going in to see R-rated movies. Does everybody believe me except for Carrie? I'm not making that up, that happens, okay? But think about that. That means that they think that I might not be 17. Yeah. Like I have a 401k. And a house. And a fear of being audited. No 16-year-old has that. I'm afraid that I might get audited by the IRS because I mismatched the depreciation on my house with the capital gains from my IRA investment portfolio. Go ask a 16-year-old what any of those words mean. But ushers will look at me and they'll say like, hey little boy, are you trying to sneak into Deadpool without your parents? I don't know what that was. Apparently I only see movies in the South. Asians are the only ones that can go to the movies and get this. Are you guys old enough to see this movie without your parents? Oh, 26, okay, go on. How about you guys? Are you guys old enough to see this movie without your parents? Oh, you're their parents? Okay, all right, come on in. What else did I do? So I played Dungeons and Dragons with my coworkers, D&D. This is a much better response than I expected. You guys don't look like a bunch of nerds. So if you didn't know, D&D stands for Dungeons and Depression. And it's a tabletop role-playing game where you get little dice and miniatures and you work together to make sure that you never talk to a girl ever again. Some people get it. I actually play with a married couple, which is pretty cool, but I feel bad for the guy. I do, because I don't think that's what he had in mind when he said that he wanted to try role-playing. You know, that had to have happened, right? Because not everybody knows what D&D is. If you forgot, it stands for Dungeons and Delusion. You know, I probably went down like, honey, I'm ready to try role-playing. I've got my dice and my miniatures, and why are you dressed in all leather? He's over there like, oh, you meant, right. My character is a leather worker who makes whips. For cows, not for you, because you're not a cow. Boy, I misunderstood the dungeons part of that. Guess I'll put my dragon away. Someone like that way too much. So about a week ago, we're playing D&D, which remember, stands for Deadbeat Dad. And so this guy's wife starts hitting on him with her character, like flirting with his character in the game, okay? The only issue with that is that his character is married and not to her character. So, this really happened. So he says, I would never cheat on my wife, which sounds like a great thing to say, right? For the first time in history, that was the wrong thing to say. She gets all mad at him, right? She's like, oh, I'm not good enough for you? You'd rather be with Glorkosh the Orc? Well, she sounds hideous. That's a bad name. I just made that name up. I don't know. You had better cheat on me, said his wife. You'd better cheat on your wife with me, said his wife. Like, that's just an odd thing to say, right? You ever wish someone was walking by your conversations when you're talking? You know, if you don't cheat on your wife, then your wife is gonna get real mad. Did I just hear? Oof. The Mormons are back in town again. No offense. I don't mean to knock marriage, though. I don't. Marriage is great. I'm not married, but it seems tough. I don't know. Tell you what, go ahead and applaud for me if you're married. Alright, now go ahead and applaud if you're single. Okay. Notice how that second group was kind of smaller, but way louder. Yeah, people cheered in that second group. That's what I noticed. And that's all I have to say about marriage. That's my set, guys. Have a great night.